Good morning. We'll start in a little bit.
Good morning.
Hi. Let's start in just another minute. All right, let's begin. Thanks for joining, everyone, as always. A couple reminders. Let me share my Blackboard screen. So our fourth assignment is due on Thursday. I'd be happy to take any questions folks have about that. Oh, and this is, let's see. This is, excuse me, this is last year's course of the financial modeling. Sorry about that. Okay. 1 second. Here we go. All right, so the bond duration and immunization assignment due on Thursday. Make sure we get it in on time. And as usual with these assignments, please make sure you include a written memo, right, which is worth 4 points in the memo in the assignment. And just, it's a good skill to summarize the work you've done. And how are we feeling about the assignment? Any questions you want to ask about it right now?
Can I ask you one question, Professor?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm having a hard time with this part here. So basically, it says here to make a market value of the portfolio equal to the present value of the liability stream. The thing is, my present value of my liability stream is around 30-something million.
Yes.
And then the price that I came up with for each of the bond is like $900. So it's really hard to, make it match. So.
Yeah, let me, that's a good question. I'll open up the spreadsheet and share it. Here we go. Let's see, so you found the price, which is just, we use these inputs. Oops. The price, yield to maturity is 7.5%, 5-year bond. we'll assume a face value of 1,000.
Yeah.
And then, and so you probably got bond prices that maybe look about something like this.
Exactly right. Yeah. Something in $900 range.
Yeah. So,
And then the present value of the liability stream is like 30 something million.
yes. Yeah. So let me just make these prices negative, just so that I'll put a negative symbol in the formula so that just the prices come out to be positive numbers. So to make a bond portfolio, yeah, we'll have to buy more than, so like if I bought, for example, $1,000 of par amount of this first bond X, right? The market value of that would just be exactly equal to the price.
Yeah.
And then, if we bought 2,000, it'd be twice that much and so on. So you'll have to find like par amounts such that the total market value of the bond portfolio ends up being equal to the present value of the liability stream.
Can you do the present value of the liability stream real quick, just so I can make sure I'm on the right path, even though I'm pretty sure I am?
Yeah, let's see, it's just one cash flow. So we could just find just the present value of this, discount this 7 periods. And then I guess if we have a stream of cash, we could also just say, use the NPV function, discount all these future cash flows and sum them up. But since there's only one, the present value of the liability stream is maybe 33 million.
And also, if the goal is for the market value of the portfolio to be equal to the present value of the liability stream, does it matter how many of each of the bonds we purchase as far as the par value of position? You know what I mean? Because in the exercise video, the bond Z is the one you mostly purchased in order to make this goal. But then does it matter if we use a different combination of these bonds in order to get the same result?
That's true. Yeah, it's there's not like one unique solution to how much of each bond you should purchase.
So I can use various combinations.
Yeah.
Insofar my market value of the portfolio is equal to the present value of the liability stream.
Yep. And then also we need the modified duration of the liability stream to be equal to the modified duration of the bond portfolio as well.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as those two conditions hold, the modified durations are equal and the market values are equal, then it's immunized. And so there's multiple combinations of par value that'll give that.
And you said the modified duration for both portfolio and the liability stream need to be equal?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Any other questions?
Oh yeah, one more question, sorry.
Sure, yeah.
There is also a part that says make sure the portfolio is immunized to small changes in interest rates. Is that something we should really be concerned about, or what does it even mean?
So that just means that, so if a portfolio is immunized to small changes in interest rates, that just means that the modified duration is equal to the liability stream modified duration, and these, like those two conditions hold.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and then last thing, 100 basis points, that basically means 1%, right?
Yep. Yeah, so what you can do is, like if you see this cell that says yield curve shift, if you just change that by 0.01, like that's pretty much what shifting the yield curve by 100 basis points will do, because like all the discount rates are linked to it.
Oh, okay. So basically shifting the yield curve will automatically shift these other values, which will in the end change the values such as the present value and everything else.
Yep. And so by doing this, yeah, you can check down here whether the bond portfolio is still like sufficient to fund the liability stream.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you said this was due Thursday?
Yep. Yeah, Thursday at 11:59.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay, great. Any other questions on the assignment?
Yeah, I had a question. I don't know if I missed the answer to it. For 8, when you were mentioning like the yield curve shift,
Yeah.
the 7%, I'm not sure where to apply it to. Is it, am I changing the yield curve shift, or am I changing the liability discount rate?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I would use the yield curve shift cell. So let's see. So back up here, like in number 8, it says, oh, what happens when interest rates or the yield curve shifts by 100 basis points? Yeah, you can put in 0.01 into this cell F, the yield curve shift cell. You see it?
Okay.
0.01 here. And then,
Oh, okay. And then it changes. Okay. All right, got it. Thank you.
sure. Any other questions right now?
Nope.
No. Okay. We're doing okay with, as we look at back at the schedule, let's check out the material that we're talking about this week. There's kind of a lot of matrix operation. Well, there's some matrix operations in the default adjusted expected bond returns chapters. So that can be, that's if you kept up with the portfolio management stuff with the matrix operations earlier in the class, hopefully this is manageable. Any questions about transition probability matrices or cash flow vectors or anything from chapter 23 right now? All right, well, and then just a final reminder, let's see, we've got another mini exercise, well, based on simulation, which starts on Thursday, that's due next week. So that should be all right. We'll plan to revisit that on Thursday. Just a reminder, like advising wise, the drop deadline, right? The deadline to withdraw from a course is tomorrow, April 15th. So, just thought I'd give you a heads up there. And I think that's the extent of what I had here. Any questions or things folks want to discuss? Are you doing okay with things?
Yeah, online learning is a little weird. It's nicer being class, but everything's it's all right.
All right, okay. Well, as always, I'm here to help, right? So I'll stick around until 10 after 10 when the Zoom meeting time is up. If anyone wants to talk about anything. But other than that, I guess we'll plan on talking more tonight about financial planning, right?
Yep.
Yes. All right. Thank you as always, everyone. I appreciate it.
Have a nice day. See you later, Professor.
You too. See you tonight.
A good one.
See you, Marta.